Instant Classic 8 here. Bound for Glory. What a pay-per-view it was, people. If anybody comes on here and says this pay-per-view was crap, punch him in the head. Oh God, I expected something out of this pay-per-view, and I got something out of this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view was great all around. It was a great night. Let's run down the card and give you my thoughts on each of the matches. We started off with the Ultimate X, LAX versus Triple X. This match was great. I wish they would have given more time, but for the time they gave it, it was great. A lot of high spots. You saw Elix Skipper do the crossbody block off the top of the scaffold, or what do you want to call that thing. That looked good. That was the only dangerous thing he did, pretty much. So his life is still intact. You saw Senshi do the Warrior's Way from the top rope. Well, it was either Homicide or Hernandez, I'm not sure, but they were like in the Tree of Woe, and then he did the foot stomp off there, which looked cool. Then, like I said, you saw like Homicide, fly from the inside of the ring to the outside of the ring. You saw Hernandez do a lot of high spots. It was great. Hernandez ended up getting the X, and I think they're the number one contender, or they either get a future title shot. Not sure, but either way, that's good. Love LAX, and it was a great match. The Fight for Your Right Battle Royal. I still don't get the concept of this match. A couple of guys were talking about it earlier. I still don't get it. I didn't understand why they were having the match until the final two guys were in it. Were left. I didn't know that this was setting up for a tournament. This was just like seeding. I thought this was like a number one contenders battle royal. That's why I thought they were going to put a guy like AJ Styles or something in there. But the battle royal, it was all right. Nothing special. Motor City Machine Guns, they tore it up, man. They made that match. Definitely. Eric Young ended up winning the match. It came down to he and Robert Roode, and that was cool. So Eric Young, I guess, is the number one seed in the tournament, and he faces, I'm not even sure who he faces, somebody like James Storm or somebody. So that'll be good because James Storm's gonna crush him. Then we go to the tag team championship match: Christian's Coalition versus Team Pac-Man with Rashid Lucius Creed, whatever his name. He had a crazy name. This guy was filling in for Pac-Man. I still don't know who he is yet. I'll find out later. But Rashid Lucius Creed and Ron Truth Keelings were Team Pac-Man. Well, Pac-Man was in the outside, which they should have did this earlier on, but whatever. Against, like I said, Christian Coalition, AJ Styles, and Tom Cole. This match was pretty good. A lot of good spots from AJ. Well, I don't want to say spots because they're going to say he's a spot monkey. A lot of good things from AJ and Ron Keelings, and then Tom Cole held his own as well. Then the Rashid guy, he's alright. I just got to see him more in the match. AJ and Tom Cole ended up winning, which is good to see. I believe it's going to be the start of AJ's push soon enough. Jay Lethal versus Christopher Daniels, which I said could steal the show. It was alright, better than that Impact match a couple of weeks ago. A lot of good back and forth. Daniels pulled off a beautiful BME, which Jay Lethal kicked out again. But yeah, the most devastating move had to be the move that ended the match, where he did the lethal combination from the top rope. I mean, it was so brutal and sick. It was just, it was such a nice move. You gotta go check it out if you don't see it. But like I said, Jay Lethal ended up retaining. So Black Machismo is still the X Division champion. Then we go to the Steiners versus Team 3D. I didn't expect much out of this match, which no one should have. It was alright. It was still a bad match, I guess you would call it. But, it was okay. A couple of botches, but, you should expect that from the Steiners and Team 3D. The highlight of the match is probably Scott Steiner putting Bubba Ray through the table with the Frankensteiner, which was cool to see. Everyone thought he was going to do a suplex, but, he pulled off the Frankensteiner again, which is always good to see. Steiner brothers ended up winning the match, and I hope that's the end of that feud right there. Then we go to the Knockouts Gauntlet Battle. Well, before I say that, did any of you guys out there realize that the set for Bound for Glory looked almost identical to the old WCW Nitro set? It was like to a T identical. And the only thing that was missing was the WCW logos on the side of the ramp. That's it. But besides that, like I said, everyone was in there like, we're seeing Nitro. Sting's back on Nitro and everything, but just something I noticed. But anyway, the Gauntlet Battle Royal. I wrote something down. I want to say something. Uh, and I don't even remember. Who cares? Here we go. Gauntlet Battle Royal. They had a promo with the new chicks. That's gonna be in the Battle Royal. ODB and Talia and Shelly Martinez. Oof. Anyway, the match, it was alright. Amazing Kong came in and squashed everybody, but she got eliminated. I think Christy Hemme got hurt in this match. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a update on her real soon. So I hope she's okay. But overall, it was a good match. Gil Kim ended up winning. I honestly didn't see the finish of the match, so I can't really say if it was an excellent match. I will go back and watch it though. And then we have, oh my God, the match of the night, and definitely a candidate for match of the year. If you don't agree, you are stupid. I will punch you in your face. Samoa Joe versus Christian Cage. Oh my God, this match was so good. I was looking so forward to this match, and it delivered. Oh my God, it's a lot of back and forth action. A lot of action outside the ring, where Samoa Joe, he did his little running boot towards Christian when he was sitting on the chair and through the guardrail, where the fans are. And then you see a lot of good moves. The clutch, the unprettier. One thing, Christian, I don't know why he keeps. I know he does it because Eddie Guerrero, and he does it for a tribute. But Christian never lands the frog splash, ever, ever, ever. Never lands the frog splash. I don't get it. But like I said, a lot of good moves. If you missed this match, I don't know what you're thinking about, because this match was excellent. Definitely a match of the year candidate, without a doubt. Samoa Joe ended up winning with the clutch. Christian tapped out, so that Christian Cage's streak of being not being pinned or submitted has ended. Which is good to see. Even though I'm a Christian Cage mark, as you see my name, Instant Classic 8 or wherever it is, somewhere around here. Instant Classic 8. It was still good to see Joe come on top. And then we had Monsters Ball, which I thought was canceled because they didn't say anything about it the whole night until this happened. I'm like, okay, well, I will watch it anyway. It was nothing special, not a great Monsters Ball, just a normal hardcore match. Even with Judas Messias in this match, it wouldn't have been better. They brought out the tacks and the glass as usual. It was getting so old, but they brought it out, and Abyss ended up winning with a Black Hole Slam to Raven on the tacks. I said Raven would win, but he didn't. Either way, it was a good match. And then we go to okay, just had to reload. We go to the main event, the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, Sting versus Kurt Angle. I said if Sting had one more good match left in him, he would have to pull it out here. I guess that good match is come and gone already, but he still held his own. But Kurt Angle pretty much, he pretty much carried the match. Kurt Angle, like I said, Kurt Angle, he's a beast, man. He is so good. A lot of good transitions between the the ankle lock and the freaking Scorpion Deathlock. We saw Scorpion Death drop 8 times, which was stupid, and the Stinger splash 40 times, which was dumb. But Sting had to do something. He's his Ultimate Warrior, grind, I guess you would say. But overall, it was a good match, more than what I expected. Honestly, I expected much less from this, but it was still good. But Sting beat Angle for the title, so Sting is the champion now. Much better match than last year's Bound for Glory between Jeff Jarrett and Sting, most definitely. But like I said, Sting held his own, but Kurt Angle pretty much carried that match, and he always does because he's a good champion. But he's not champion anymore. So overall, Bound for Glory, great pay-per-view. I would definitely recommend seeing the replay. I wanted to order it. I couldn't though because Comcast is just being stupid. Basically, you have to before you can order another pay-per-view, you have to pay for the previous pay-per-view, and I ordered No Mercy, and I haven't paid for it yet, so I couldn't get this one. But I did see it, thanks to some people, appreciate it. And overall, the pay-per-view was great. Definitely check out a replay. I don't know if anybody out here says it's stupid. I will counterpoint you in every single way possible. This pay-per-view was the best TNA pay-per-view by far this year. If you want to disagree, go right ahead, but you're gonna lose. Instant Classic says goodbye.